My name is James West, but in the car community, I'm known as Shock West. I represent RCLX, which is Rock City LX Modern Mopars. I'm the president of that group. We started out of Alabama in 2019. And we're here just to share the love for the community of the car San Antonio scene and, you know, get some more exposure out there.
Tell us a little bit about your background and how all this started with your car.
A little bit of my background. I'm originally from Panama. You know what I'm saying? I grew up as a military brat. I served my country. I'm a veteran myself. And yeah, U.S. Army, you know. And so the whole Carnage inspiration, I've been in the car since I was a kid. And I used to draw them. I had posters on the wall, all that good stuff. And when I went away overseas, I had this booklet and I found it, and it had sketches from when I was a kid. The Carnage theme, I drew that when I was 6. You know, I already had that going, but it was for a Mustang 5.0 originally, you know. But when I came back stateside, I was just like, man, I gotta go full throttle, bro. So that's how it started. It's just piece by piece. I didn't know how to really get into it. The more I started going to car meets and networking and talking with people, I started getting the fever seeing everybody's builds, and then it just took off. I just did one piece at a time, you know, and here we are.
What made you want to switch from a Mustang to a Charger?
I've never actually owned a Mustang, but I've always been into muscle cars. It was always Challengers, Chargers, you know, stuff like that. Mustangs are crowd killers. But no, seriously, I like the Mustangs. I just dig the power. I dig the power and the history of the Mopars. So I've always been a Mopar guy ever since then, you know what I mean?
Is there any other vehicles that you have?
Yeah, well, I have a...
It's suited up the way it is now.
It's suited up the way? Yeah, there's another one. It's a 2020 Challenger, Rogue theme from X-Men. That one is staggered out, vinyl wrap, the whole shebang, reflective, decal. I mean, the whole thing. It's a nice build, yeah.
That's beautiful. Why those themes though?
Cause the themes come from me just being a big kid at heart. I've always been into comics. I was drawing Deadpool and Deathstroke and all that as a kid. Always been into the Marvel universe and just comics in general, DC comics, all that stuff. So I see the Hot Wheels. I have a collection of Hot Wheels too, and I was like, you know what? It's so cool to be able to bring your dream to reality, and then I can drive that every day. People ask me that all the time. It's a daily. That's not a garage princess. That's a daily, you know, and I feel great driving it every day, you know. I'm always gonna be a kid at heart, so like my next theme is gonna be something else, cartoon related or, you know, child related. You know, I think it's a Thundercat is what's coming next, but yeah, next build, that's it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I heard you earlier, you were talking about going to a show this weekend. Obviously, by the time people watch this video, they're already be in the past. So,
right.
What show would that be? If you want to do a shout out to that.
Shout out to San Antonio Car Fest. I'll be participating in that show tomorrow, actually. It's a 3-day event, and it's just to showcase people's builds, you know. As far as I know, it's a wide range. You have old schools, bikes, trucks. Everybody's welcome in that type of event. I like to showcase Carnage, not for no political gain. I'm just a kid at heart, like I said. So, and I like to wow the kids. Just for me, it's about the kids. When they come to the show, and they're like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, then I know I hit my mark. You know what I'm saying?
What would be the biggest reaction or interaction that you've had with whether kids or adults when they come see your car?
Believe it or not, unanimously, I always hear, "Oh my mama, that's the hardest Charger I ever seen." Kids to adults, and they just go crazy. A lot of times I'm sitting in the car and they don't know I'm in there, but I just watch them like going crazy. One guy called his whole family over, like it was crazy. But yeah, that I hear that unanimously across the board.
That's awesome. Oh,
yeah.
Mama, I'm gonna put that on the screen. Big words. On my mama.
Yeah. It's crazy, yo.
So when it comes to somebody who's looking into getting into something like this, as far as getting their car wrapped or doing like where do you draw the line? You know, this is going to be a three-part question. So, but where do you draw the line where it's like, okay, if you want to get this done, do this, step 1, step 2, step 3, or is it just like pretty much depend on your budget? Or is there ever a hard line where you're like, okay, it's finished?
Any car guy would tell you it's never finished. It's never done, bro. As far as like the inspiration for starting, naturally budget is a factor. But I always tell people it's your build. So whatever you want to do, it's up to you, man. If you want to go full throttle, go for it. If you want to buy it on Etsy, go for it. But just understand the dynamics that go with that. You know, I went through a lot of different stages getting to this level of Carnage. I will say this, don't neglect quality. You know, do not neglect quality, because you're going to pay for it in the long run. You're going to be paying for something 2, 3, 4 times when you could have just did it right the first time. And take your time. Don't try to be out there and don't worry about people's opinions and don't try to impress nobody. Do it in stages. I did Carnage in stages, just piece by piece. Let me do the sides first, let me do the rear, let me do the front, the engine. Everything was just piece by piece calculated. Some people want to go full throttle because they're trying to impress everybody. Nah, that's not what it's about, man. It's your build, bro. Have fun with it and do it at your pace, your budget. I can go get a Hellcat, but why? This is what I like, so I stick to my guns, you know.
I think when you put a Hellcat next to it, I mean, I heard you rolling up. You know, I was like, oh, I wonder what he's got under there.
Right. Only difference with a Hellcat is you get there 2 seconds faster than I do. That's it.
But you do it in style.
I do it in style. But the good thing about that is the RT, full bolt on. I can just throw a couple mods on there and I'm at a Hellcat level. It's almost like buying Jordans versus Asics. You're just paying for the brand at a certain point. You know, yeah, there's a little bit performance to it and style and everything like that, but for what they cost, I can buy an RT, add some mods, and not even pay a quarter of that, you know, and I'll be at the same level you're at, performance-wise. But it all depends on you. Some people are performance, some people are cosmetic. I try to find a sweet medium because it's my daily. I ain't trying to mess it up, you know.
You wouldn't be driving a Hellcat every day like that. I mean, you could.
I mean, if I had a Hellcat, yeah, I'd probably drive it every day. When I had my Scat, I drove that thing every day. Dang, I forgot a number 2 pencil. Let me go to the store. Any reason to get in that car, you feel me? Any reason. But yeah, man. I mean, if you have it, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Yeah.
Any last minute words of advice to anybody who is looking to possibly getting into it, or like where do they go? Like, is there like a group chat, a group page, or anything like that as far as for inspiration, or do they just Google it? Like now, it's just looking up on Google, you're gonna get those Etsy type of builds, and
right.
You know, like how do you find a route to take where it's like, cool, I'm brand new, I got a good paycheck, I got money to spend. Like, how do I start?
Well, starting, I would say it's all about networking. A lot of people are kind of shy when they first start because they go into these meets or shows where people are already at a top tier. Everybody got to start somewhere, bro. Don't be intimidated by that. That's where I would start. You know, the good thing about that is that not only do you develop liaisons with other cool people in the industry, but you get that feedback that you need. Because like you said, you can go on Google and get all the Etsy builds or whatever, but if I'm talking to people who've already lived that and experienced those, hey, watch out for this company, watch out for that, this does that, this does this, and they can kind of help you calculate where you need to go as far as your build goes. You know, and they can tell you the do's and don'ts. It's just up to you whether you want to do it or not. But nothing beats word of mouth. You know, pictures lie all day, but nothing beats word of mouth, seeing it firsthand, full throttle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And if people want to follow you on your journey when it comes to your builds or your car crew, or you, for instance, where can they find you?
So on Instagram and TikTok, it is at RCLX Modern, and then also on Instagram, it's at Marvel_us_RCLX. That's the personal build for Carnage. But more of the content is on the RCLX Modern. I try to tailor everything to my car club. So yeah, if you want to follow us, we have an open group. We're at RCLX, which is Rocket City LX Modern Mopars on Facebook. You can follow us on there as well. We try to open the platform to everybody. We share the companies and push all the information that we get. We're not stingy like that, you know what I mean? If this is what works, hey, we're gonna push this out. This is where you can get powder coating, this is where you can get vinyl wrap, this is where you can get paint, windows. With my build, I have all my logos on there, but I have a tight network of people that I work with, from the exhaust guys to the louver guys to everybody, you know what I'm saying? So again, you can follow us on there, or you got questions, just shoot me a message. I'll gladly tell you everything I know or that I've went through so far.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.